Gianluca Branco. And you'll see that Gatti's 31, Branco is 33. 2-inch height advantage for Arturo. They're equal in arm length measured from the armpit to the end of the fist. They both weighed in officially last night at 140 pounds. Rules of the bout with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
The Arturo Gatti Gianluca Branco fight is scheduled for 12 rounds using the unified rules of the Association of Boxing Commissions. There is no 3 knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight. In case the cut is caused by an accidental headbutt, we go to the scorecards after 4 rounds have been completed, and you cannot be saved by the bell at any round, including the 12th and final round. Jim.
Gianluca Branco's father was a fighter until he lost an arm in a motorcycle accident. Perhaps because of that, Branco's biggest thrill outside the ring is to ride horses.
A one horsepower vehicle, Jim.
Branco on his first fighting visit to the United States. He had come here once before expecting to fight, and then the fight wound up being canceled. Exceptionally sullen and taciturn during our fighter meeting yesterday in what we judged to be an attempt to project a stern fighting character. Said that he wasn't particularly impressed with all the thrills that Gatti has provided to American boxing fans.
We'll see if he can get impressed tonight.
And it turns out that Gatti is going to be accompanied to the ring by his 2 famous buddies now, as when you see Arturo Gatti getting ready to come in, he's going to be flanked by Mickey Ward on one side and Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the other.
Dale Earnhardt tells us that to pump fuel into his tank before events, he watches tapes of Arturo Gatti's fights.
Behind Gatti in the second rank of followers back there, his manager Pat Lynch, and somewhere back there, the shorter figure of Buddy McGirt. Buddy McGirt's reputation as a trainer is rapidly growing, Emmanuel Stewart. Maybe one of the best things he's done is to convince Arturo Gatti to go back to his boxing skills.
Buddy's doing a great job with not only just his boxing skill, but he knows boxing. He's got a good boxing mind, and he has a great relationship with Arturo, and that means a lot when a guy has a good relationship with his fighter.
And now the crowd erupts as one of the most popular fighters in the history of Atlantic City enters Boardwalk Hall.
Arturo Gatti should have on black and white in the old days.
He is a phenomenon.
It's just one small mark of the excitement Arturo Gatti has brought to the whole boxing world. That boxing writer Dan Raphael of USA Today has a cat named Thunder. Let's go to Michael Buffer for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, main events in association with Caesars Atlantic City, Bally's Atlantic City, and the King of Beers Budweiser is proud to present the featured bout of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the vacant WBC Super Lightweight Championship of the World. Sanctioned by the New Jersey State Athletic Control Board, Boxing Commissioner Larry Hazard Sr., Chairman Gerald Gormley. The 3 judges at ringside scoring this bout will be from Italy, Guido Cavalieri. From the United States, Tommy Kazmarek. From Thailand, Anek Hongtongkam. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action for the 101st time in a world title bout, former U.S. Olympian Rudy Battle. And now, for the thousands in attendance here in Atlantic City, New Jersey, and the millions watching around the world on HBO. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing green, white, and red, and officially weighing 140 pounds. He has an outstanding professional record consisting of 33 bouts without a loss, 32 victories with 1 draw, including 15 knockouts. From Civitavecchia, Italy, here is the undefeated European champion and WBC #1 ranked super lightweight in the world, Gianluca Branco. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white with blue. His official weight, also 140 pounds. His professional record, 36 victories, including 28 knockouts with 6 defeats and a world title. From Jersey City, New Jersey, the man recognized as pound for pound and ounce for ounce, boxing's ultimate blood and guts champion, the former junior lightweight champion of the world, Arturo Thunder Gatti.
Go.
Okay, gentlemen, you have both received your pre-fight instructions. As I instructed you in the dressing room, there is a language barrier. We will be using the 3 basic commands: stop, break, and box. I will gesture at any fouls. Let's have a nice, clean contest. Good luck to both of you. Touch gloves. Okay.
The last time we had a mandatory challenger from Europe, he ran around the ring and tried to hide behind the referee, then faced Bernard Hopkins. We do not expect that from Branco.
Branco looks like a guy who enjoys fighting. And his style is pretty similar to that of Arturo Gatti. Gatti just appears to be a little quicker and better, at least on videotape.
I think the real issue here is whether Branco can take a punch. If he can take a good punch, he can stay in this fight and even possibly win it.
Because even though Gatti fights great fights, he still has problems, seem like, with everyone he fights in terms of getting hit.
Yeah, he gets hit. And often when he gets hit, he gets cut. And if he gets cut, then it's anybody's fight. Gatti has landed 1 big left hook to Branco's body. Branco trying to establish a jab upstairs.
Branco seems to be fighting with intensity and looks like he comes to win the fight.
Oh, he's intense.
Unlike the guy who fought Bernard Hopkins.
Yeah, Murat Hakar was not in Philadelphia to win a fight. No.
You know, his brother is the light heavyweight champion of the world. That's got to mean something.
Good straight counter by Branco with the left hand. Jolted Gatti on the chin. Now Gatti blocking the left hook with his right glove.
Branco's face already reddening.
They trade jabs and discover that they have identical reach.
Gatti's boxing real good right now. But you know, just a matter of time before he's going to get excited and start slugging.
Arturo focusing upstairs, jabbing upstairs. Branco steps in and fires a left hook that lands on the shoulder. Good left hook to the body by Gatti, and then he steps back out. In the old days, Arturo Gatti would have stayed there to admire his work after that left hook to the body. Buddy McGirt has him moving his feet. Another body punch by Gatti, and again, he steps straight back. uppercut lands for Gatti, and now the right hand across the top. Branco having trouble leading, looks as though he might be able to land when he counters, but when he tries to lead, the deficit in hand speed becomes apparent.
Yeah. And the gap in experience is becoming evident already at the end of the first round.
They trade left hands. Branco hasn't shown much pop in round one. Gatti has shown the discipline of a boxer. Again, the left hook to the body landed for Arturo Gatti. Round one finishes with another brace of body punches by Arturo Gatti and a little right hand by Gianluca Branco. When we go to Branco's corner, where they will be speaking Italian, our interpreter is Rossano Zisa.
It's counting the jab with the right hand. Okay? Good boxing. Relax. Good boxing. More water. Huh? Relax. It's your show. Okay, just move the head a little more and some more jabs. Okay? Now you look at, get a little more relaxed because you're loading up. Don't load up. Let it flow natural. Okay? Hands free, baby. Okay?
Quando gli metti quel sinistro,
when you hit with the left, you can feel it. You're not faster than you. You gotta stay with your legs a little larger. You gotta fight. You gotta fight. You gotta strength. You gotta anticipate him. Go ahead, dai. Go ahead. Go ahead.
CompuBox numbers in round one. Thunder Gatti 26 out of 71, including 16 of 49 jabs. Branco 14 of 54. Arturo Gatti throwing nearly 50 jabs in the first round. Further indication of the degree to which Buddy McGirt has gotten him to focus on his boxing skill. There's a hard right hand over the top by Gatti.
Gatti's fighting a very good fight at this stage. He's boxing, he's taking his time, and he's doing a lot of shoulder feinting. Just confusing Branco. And Branco, at this stage right now, really don't seem like he knows what to do.
Branco's 33 previous fights, 32 were in Italy, 1 was in France. And virtually none of the opponents have names that would be even recognizable to an American boxing journalist. He may not previously have seen the kind of hand speed that Arturo Gatti brings. Body shot again landed for Gatti after the upstairs punches were blocked. Straight right hand lands for Branco. Now Gatti moves a little farther back and blocks Branco's next two efforts.
Yeah, Gatti's just a little too elusive right now in every way. Upper body movement, his rhythm. He's getting into his flow, and pretty soon he's going to open up with all of his combinations.
Branco finally lands a couple good jabs. After Gatti threw 50 jabs in round one, Branco seems to have decided to jab with the jabber in the second round. And he lands a left hook. Gatti comes back with a left hook to the body. But the left hook upstairs was Branco's best punch of the fight.
Branco is effectively avoiding the big punches to the head. We don't know yet what will happen if Gatti lands a couple there. But Branco isn't letting him do it. He's taking the body punches. He looks like he has a strong body. And if he can stay in there for a few rounds, he may show something we haven't seen yet.
And then you always have to consider the fact that Arturo cuts up very easy and butts up. You know, you never can tell what happens as the fight goes on.
Gatti sneaks in a quick left hook on the inside. Crowd liked it. Another left hook lands for Gatti as Branco reached for the right hand. Now Gatti strafing Branco as Branco's against the ropes. Gianluca says, come on. Gatti smiles.
hand to your right a little more to go in from the right hand. Okay, because he's catching too many.
Next Wednesday from Houston, it's Inside the NFL's pre-Super Bowl special. The guys will pick the game. You'll also hear from both Bill Belichick and John Fox in exclusive interviews.
Very good. Okay, don't get caught up in on all that BS. Okay, we're going one round at a time. Take a deep breath, baby. Nice and relax. There we go. That's it. Okay. There we go, baby. Beautiful. Okay, nice and relax, baby. Let's get back to it.
Good straight right hand by Branco. If he can land enough of those, he might be able to cut Gatti, but he doesn't look like he has the power to hurt him.
Round 3.
Round 3 begins with Branco trying to make an offensive statement.
Stop. Break. Box.
Well, you said earlier that Branco looks like he knows how to fight, and he does.
He knows how to fight. You know,
The question is whether he can mount enough offense. That was Gatti going off balance.
Yeah, that was a balance thing, yeah. After Arturo landed a couple of body punches. One difference in the fight so far is that while Gatti has been able to land from time to time in combination, Branco, though landing, is doing it one punch at a time.
That's correct. And as the fight goes on, I'm wondering with the fact that Branco has not fought that many long fights neither. I think he's only fought one 10-rounder, I think, and one 12-rounder. And he fought a lot of 6-rounders, which is very common in Europe. Even when you're a top performer or a world champion, sometimes, you know, a world contender, you may fight possibly those 6-round fights.
But he does appear to be a well-conditioned athlete.
Straight right hand landed for Gatti. Branco popping him over the top with the right hand.
So far, Branco is effectively neutralizing the bigger punches of Gatti to the head. He's just not getting hit that often upstairs.
On the other hand, Branco's body language constantly places him on the defensive as over and over he backs into the ropes and waits for Gatti to come at him.
Gatti trying to time a right hand as Branco lunged in.
It's been a boxing match, not a brawl. And by a close, not a wide margin, Arturo Gatti outboxes Gianluca Branco in these rounds. Irish Mickey Ward, unaccustomed to watching Arturo Gatti from such a distance as Gatti fights. That's Mickey's fiance.
Okay, let's just relax and let's use your hands like you've been doing in the gym. Okay, don't try so hard to knock him out, baby. Okay, just keep using the hand speed. After you punch, stay low and get out. Because what he's doing, he's waiting for you to finish punching.
At the end of the second round, his corner told him that he was winning his round. Now he's telling him that he's controlling him. He's controlling him. He's got to go. Go.
Well, in Branco's corner, they think he's starting to control Gatti.
Or they're trying to build his confidence as they ask him to be more offensive. Harold, how do you have it through 3?
Okay, Jim. 30 28-27, 3 rounds to nothing. Arturo Thunder Gatti. Jim, I gotta tell you, Gianluca Branco, the one thing that he's never seen before is he's never seen a guy move his head like this, because those Europeans are so straight up, it's unbelievable. And when Branco's laying on those ropes and Gatti jab, 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 and then comes over the top with a right hand, he can't miss Branco. He's just outboxing him, outpunching him with the right hand.
Gatti fighting a patient fight.
Yes, yeah, he's fighting a patient fight. I think in this case, sure, one of the few times I would actually like to see him open up more and make it a little bit more of a slugfest. Because most of the European fighters are very intelligent, technical fighters anyway. And if he makes him fight a lot faster, I think he's going to come unorganized.
Gatti left hook to the body, brings it back upstairs. Branco throws a right across the top. Impact, but light impact. Now Gatti's left eye begins to swell, and you see the line coming in his cheek under that left eye that often leads to bleeding.
Yeah, he's got those high cheekbones, which is easy for him to swell up and to cut.
But that cut is usually under the eye. Doesn't bother him.
That's another reason why I think he should be more aggressive at this stage. So he's going to have to step up the pace.
And remember, of course, that he broke his right hand in the last fight against Mickey Ward. So when you see him firing right hands over the top at Gianluca Branco, he's taking a chance on re-injuring the hand.
Which is the 4th time he's had surgery on that hand.
And that may be another reason why he's not brawling so much as boxing in the fight.
No, he's boxing a lot. But I think that's what he was trained to do. But Branco is a boxer himself, so that's why he's got an edge, but it isn't that type of edge that he would like to have. And I think the only way he's going to do that, he's going to have to go in and try to make Branco get to fight in the fight that he's used to fighting, and Branco's not used to fighting.
Well, the drama begins to unfold. Gatti will be ahead on the scorecards when he starts to bleed. Branco will get the energy burst and the encouragement that comes from seeing Gatti's blood. We'll go into the late rounds with a little suspense.
You're reading from an old script.
Yeah.
Branco just not throwing enough to be in the fight against Arturo Gatti, who's being selective, being patient, taking his time, but scoring freely when he needs to.
Yeah, right after Arturo gets through punching and he's relaxed, he comes out with a little punch that he doesn't expect and hits Gatti.
His corners, they're very happy about this round. He's going back. He's going back. He's got to attack with his jab, attack with his jab and move. When he attacks, don't go away. Just stand there, move, jab and move. It gets less speedy, and you can trust him better. You can make it. You can make it. Now you have to be sure. You have to attack. You have to attack.
Baby. Very good, baby. Nice, relax. Huh? You're starting to get it. He's starting to get your rhythm. Very good, baby. Okay? But stay to the body on him. Every chance you get, touch him. Don't have to be a hard shot.
Branco is landing some clean punches. There you saw one right between the eyes.
Yeah, he's a pretty effective puncher when he does punch.
Yeah. Well, he's been told to take the offense. Let's see if he does. According to his corner, they don't believe Gatti can fight going back. He certainly doesn't fight as well as he does coming forward. But who says he's going to go back when he's punched?
Stop! Fight!
Gatti grimacing as he bangs his right hand against Branco's body. I wonder if he's feeling the pain in the right hand again.
I don't think so. I think he just can't land up a good clean shot to hit Branco. But Branco is always like fading out of range every time he comes in with his shoulders angling to a point where he really can't line him up for a good shot.
Gatti reaching to the body. Branco hitting him on the shoulder as Gatti gets away. Lead right hand landed for Branco. Good shot. Gatti firing the right hand from close range. Just barely off target.
Branco showing a little bit more willingness to throw.
Branco is fighting with his body, leaning over to the right in such an angle where it's very difficult for Arturo to really land him up with the good shots that he was able to do with Mickey Ward, because Mickey fights a lot more square the way he holds his body. But
this is the most aggressive round so far for Gianluca Branco. He seems more free with his hands in this round than has been the case in the past.
Maybe he's getting over the jitters a little bit.
And as Branco begins to throw more, Gatti gets more chances with the right hand. Landed one on the chin a moment ago.
Well, once Branco starts punching, he's going to naturally commit himself a lot more, too.
Keep him up in there. Keep him up.
Neither of those punches was low.
Again, just as in the first fight, there hadn't been a single clinch in the fight.
Stop. Right.
Well, there was close to a clinch, all right.
This is something I'm not used to. Seeing Arturo Gatti in a boxing match.
This is something nobody's used to.
And in that round, he may have been outboxed.
Box a little more. Okay, you stand in front of the guy a little too much, Arturo. You gotta box him more. Okay? Don't make him stand in front of you like that. Don't stand in front of him like that. Okay? You gotta keep boxing this guy. Don't stand in front of him. You gotta use your legs. Keep him turning. That's what he's doing. He's waiting for you to stop punching, and then he's punching. And don't look for the knockout. You try.
His trainer is telling him that he's winning the fight. If he fights like this last round, he's going to win the fight. He's got to control. He's controlling the match. He's doing good. Gianluca is doing very good. You have to control the guy. The more you use your jab, the better you go. Use your jab.
Buddy McGirt's only son of 8 children made his professional debut earlier tonight and won a decision. James Jr.
I'm thinking of all the people in the arena who've been brought to a prize fight for the first time by their buddies to see the human drama that is Arturo Gatti. And right now they're saying to their friends, where's the brawl you told me I was going to see?
Yeah, he doesn't have the same dance partner that he had with Mickey Ward.
The other guy always has something to say about what kind of a fight it is.
Yeah, you know, it's very interesting that Gatti has been in so many exciting fights, and to see him fighting a technical fight with a technical fighter is unusual. But I think going down the stretch is going to get heated up because he's going to get that urge to excite the crowd, as he says, and that's going to end up taking over and propelling. And regardless of what the instructions are, I think he's going to end up slugging.
Through 5 rounds, CompuBox numbers find Gatti landing 82 out of 345, Branco 67 out of 265. So Gatti throwing more and landing more, but Branco actually with a higher connect percentage from being so selective.
Manuel, is there a danger in trying to make Gatti into a pure boxer, into sort of dumbing down what he really does best?
You know, that's a good question. I don't have an answer. I mean, I like what he's doing, and I like to see him box, but he's been known to be a slugger. And, you know, and I guess you can't have a long career with every one of your fights being the type of fights he's fought, those slugging matches. So definitely to prolong his career, he's going to have to box some.
Well, it's a different business for Arturo now. You know, he's gained so much notoriety as the result of what he did in the Ward fights. Now he wants to go back to the higher level. He wants to win a title. He wants to fight people like Costazu. He wants to make superstar money. And in order to do that, he's going to have to box.
You know, and you're looking at the guys fighting. This is a pretty decent opponent here, too. That determines a lot of how you fight. The guy has good defense, very difficult to hit clean. And when you least expect, he comes back with those little short punches.
The last great fighter out of Italy was Nino Benvenuti. Branco is no Benvenuti in style.
You know, I was looking at the Italian flag over there. We keep forgetting that Gatti is Italian too.
Absolutely.
And I think he was born in Italy and raised in Montreal.
Raised in Montreal.
Yeah.
Benvenuti was a real top middleweight. Beat Emil Griffith for the middleweight championship.
Plus, he was a gold medal winner in the Olympics.
Two good shots by Arturo on the inside as he took advantage of Branco coming in. This has been an excellent boxing round for Arturo Gatti. And we're halfway through the scheduled 12-round fight.
And a fight that could go the 12 rounds too.
Okay, now, that's what we got to do, champion. You're boxing them beautiful, but let's move to our right. Okay, don't move to your left so much. Switch up direction on them. Very good. Now we're starting to get the rhythm. Okay? Now you're starting to get your rhythm. Keep boxing them like that. Don't worry about the crowd. Don't worry about him telling you to come to the ropes. You keep doing what we're doing. Now listen to me. Go to your right more.
They tell him that this round it didn't go as good as the last one. It was even. He's got to fight. He's got to fight more. He's got to move because when he goes back, Gatti doesn't fight as strong. He's hurting. He said he's hurting his right hand. He's hurt. He's got to fight. He's got to fight.
Keep in mind that what you're hearing from Branco's corner is a reflection of a different culture of boxing in Europe, where they value boxing. They think they're doing very well. There's an Italian judge, one of the 3 judges tonight. So that's just a difference in perception about what this game is about.
I agree with you, Larry. It's a big difference. Boxing skills are appreciated more than slugging. In fact, when we was asking during the fighters meeting, Branco's father, Daddy studied the tapes of Mickey Ward and Arturo Gatti, says no. He didn't even. He thought there was almost an insult the way that they fought.
Yeah, he dismissed those.
Dismissed that as completely.
And now Arturo is grimacing again after having hit Branco with the right hand in the body, and I think the right hand's hurting Emmanuel.
It looks very obvious that it's hurt.
Yep, he is hurt again in the right hand, and by the way, that's one of the reasons that the ultimate blood and guts fighter, Arturo Gatti, is by CompuBox numbers averaging 47 jabs around. So are those 47 jabs around winning for him, Harold?
Without question, Jim. I got it 6-0, 60-54. Arturo Thunder Gatti. Jim, I got to tell you something. Rudy battle caught Gianluca Branco throwing a rabbit punch in a clinch with that right hand for the 3rd time. That's when Gatti backed into the ropes and clinched. I mean, I don't know if his hand hurt or if he got hurt from the rabbit punch, but that's 3 warnings already for Branco for rabbit punching. I don't think battle's going to take much more of it.
Whether Gatti has broken his right hand again or whether it's just hurting, he is not throwing it.
He's not throwing it with power. He's throwing it just enough to, make it obvious that it doesn't hurt, but it's not throwing it with power. And it could be a problem going down the stretch.
Good left hook by Branco.
I have the fight 5 rounds to 1, but there were 1 or 2 other rounds that were close enough that it could be a legitimate difference of opinion.
When Arturo Gatti broke his hand against Mickey Ward in the 3rd fight, he did not win the fight with one hand. Rather, after taking about a round off with the right hand, he went back to throwing it and threw it hard down the stretch of the fight. We'll see if we can do it again tonight as he goes back to throwing the right hand hard there with a shot to the body. Gatti pausing momentarily there, and Branco gets off one of his best combinations of the night. Now Gatti hits him with an uppercut. Branco lands a straight right hand. Fight is getting closer as round 7 comes down the stretch.
And Gatti's left eye is getting close to being closed.
This looks like this is a round that I would probably give to Branco.
Now let's see what Gatti says about his right hand to Buddy McGirt.
Listen to me, champ. You got to box this guy. You can't stand in front of him. You're taking too many unnecessary punches, okay? Keep the jab working and keep boxing. Don't worry about the crowd. You have to box him. Don't stand in front of him, okay? You started the round off beautiful. Okay, keep boxing him, baby. Keep him turning. Don't stand in front of him. All right, baby? Let's go, champ. Okay? Let's go, baby. Okay.
You may remember Gatti hurting his right hand on the hip of Mickey Ward, and there something like that happened. You see him wincing.
Yes.
But he did not complain in the corner, possibly because the last time Buddy McGirt said to him, "What do you want me to do?"
Yeah, but it's pretty obvious he has hurt the right hand. Whether he would continue to throw it or not is a different thing, but he has hurt it.
The 20 punches Branco landed by CompuBox numbers in the 7th round, his highest landed punch total for the night. Gatti also was given credit by CompuBox for landing 20 punches in the round. Harold Letterman, for the first time in the fight, gives a round to Gianluca Branco.
I have it 5 rounds to 2. And once again, there are a round or two where there's a legitimate difference of opinion possible. So this may be closer than we see it.
Gatti landed a left hook inside. Branco landed a right. It's not out of the question that there's a judge with a scorecard of 4 rounds to 3 for Branco.
Yep, you have an Italian judge here also. And sometimes they give a round to a fighter just because he did better in one round than he did in other rounds.
They do it all the time.
All the time, and that could easily end up with the fight being a little closer officially.
It's bogus as all get out, too.
Yep.
It's political, but we see it all the time.
I think it's more human, or as human as political.
Makes sense.
Well, we're speaking about Arturo's boxing skills. He's going to have to use them now if his right hand is hurt like we think.
And he is using the boxing skills as he crouches, jabs, averaging nearly 50 jabs around in the least Gatti-like performance we've seen. Branco says to Rudy Battle, he's banging his head against me, but the big news was that Gatti fired a right hand to the skull of Branco.
Branco is growing in his confidence now.
And the chance for a brawl increases. Branco more and more willing to trade with Arturo.
He seems to be have gotten a lot more comfortable in the whole atmosphere here now.
Look at the head movement for Gatti. Look at the jab, jab, jab. What a role reversal.
Now, Branco is becoming more confident.
And it begins to look that if anybody's going to make it a brawl, it'll be Branco. Gatti with another effective stretch of jab, 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 and landed the right hand as Branco came off the ropes. Took to punctuate the round. Branco sticks out his tongue.
Listen to me, baby. We got 4 rounds, okay? We need all 4 rounds. You got to box and you got to throw combinations. You can't look for the one punch, Arturo. We got to throw combinations.
Monday, check out the latest HBO Sports documentary, The Wild Ride to Super Bowl I. Tired of the hype before Super Bowl 38 next Sunday? This show looks back at how small the Packers-Chiefs game really was.
Box, baby.
January 1967.
When you get close to him, give me 5 shots, 4 fight, and get out. Okay, let's go, baby. How your legs feeling? All right, listen. We got 4 rounds.
They tell him that he's gonna do something more. Otherwise, if he ends like this, he's lost. He's gonna do more. God damn it, he's gonna do more. Otherwise, we lose. He's gonna do more.
What you're hearing from Branco's corner is that they believe that Gatti will become more aggressive because they believe their man is winning the fight.
But in the 8th round, Gatti, throwing 48 jabs, landed 21 of 70 by CompuBox numbers. Gianluca Branco, 14 of 54. Branco had his moments in the round, but Gatti had more of them.
Yeah, but a lot of times the punches that Branco landed often had Gatti's head snapping back, and it looked very impressive sometimes to the judges. So you can't really tell how they're scoring. I've been impressed with Branco is going at a good pace after his last 2 fights with 6-round decisions.
Well, the judges scored the swelling under Gatti's left eye. American judges know that Gatti swells in every fight. They're not surprised by it. Any judge, such as the Italian judge, who may not have seen Arturo before, will say, oh, look at the beating he's taken. Straight right hand lands for Branco. He gets away.
And even when Arturo lands his jabs, they're not really jabs that really create a lot of excitement. They're half deflected.
A brave Arturo Gatti fires the right hand in there twice. And
yes, Branco's like
stomachs Branco into giving him an opening.
Branco's like motioning to him to come on, taunting him, in fact. And most of the exciting punches that are landing cleanly still is going to Branco. Even though I think he's being outworked. But, you know, the punches that are exciting the crowd for the most part are really coming from Branco, even though he doesn't punch that often.
He is being outworked.
Absolutely.
Gatti's dictating the flow.
See that?
All right, hand by Branco. Stuns Arturo Gatti. That's the best punch of the fight for the Italian.
Watch your head. Break. Stop, Frank. Stop.
Another hard right hand for Branco. Gatti fires the left hook. But Branco's winning this round with those big shots.
Gatti's being hit with the punches that is really seeming having more of an effect.
This after Buddy McGirt told Arturo he needed to win each of the last 4 rounds.
That's good instructions, because you never can tell what's happening in a fight. And there's a pattern that's going lately.
And now Gatti gets his right hand shot in to end the round.
It's simply now giving these close fights to always who wins the last 2 rounds of the fights. That seems to be the pattern today.
Championship rounds. You gotta
champ,
get going.
Listen to me, champ. Keep boxing. Go to your right more. Okay, keep boxing, keep marinating, keep doing all that. Okay, keep that jab working, keep everything going, but don't stand in front of him. Okay, now let's shoot off sinistra.
You're doing well the whole round. The last second, you always get hit by the right hand. God damn it! You gotta watch it till the end. When he goes back, you gotta attack. Attack with the right. Your right is fast. Left and right.
Branco gesturing to Gatti and maybe to the ring judges that those punches didn't land squarely.
Round 10.
CompuBox numbers in 9. Gatti threw more and landed more, but Branco had those 2 big shots with the right hand. Harold, how do you have it coming to the 10?
Okay, Jim. 7 rounds to 2. 89, 88, 83. Arturo Thunder Gatti. Jim, I gotta tell you something. Arturo Gatti's got real good snap to that left jab. I don't think Gianluca Branco has good snap. Gianluca Branco seems to throw an awful lot of arm punches with the left jab. He's got a nice right hand, which is the reason why I gave him round 7 or 9. But he's sucking up that left jab of Gatti's, and Gatti's got a real good snap to it.
Hard right hand by Gatti. Branco nodding and smiling. Branco got in a little right hand. Gatti landed as well. So the punch that starts it off in this round is a Gatti right.
Of all the punches, especially if his right hand is hurt.
Arturo dancing and jabbing, playing the role of a boxer tonight.
Emmanuel, should Gatti try to make a brawl out of it?
I think Gatti should try to make a brawl out of it. But it's hard for him to do that with this guy. But I think he could have a much bigger margin if he could do that. Because the way it is now, he's winning the fight, but it's still leaving room for doubt, and particularly going down the stretch in the next couple of rounds.
Three-punch combination by Gatti. Branco not as busy as his corner might have wanted him to be in this round.
He's still hoping to counterpunch. He wants Gatti to go first.
Good left hook by Gatti. Good right hand by Branco. Another left hook by Gatti inside. Arturo fires the right, misses over the top.
Step out. Step back. Whoop.
Fight, if it is, that could be huge.
Oh yeah, and it might be the end of the fight possibly too. That's one of his classic fight punches that he knocked out Rodriguez with, Ruelas with. That's all he had to do was to get Branco to slug it and trade with him.
Again. Thunder in round 10.
Hey, tell him to breathe, to stay calm, breathe. You're gonna be all right. You gotta breathe bad. You gotta breathe. You gotta breathe. They just tell him to stay calm and be quiet. Be quiet.
What happened here, I believe, is that Branco pulled back.
Yep.
And was caught by the end of a hook.
And you know, that same punch that he landed there, he's landed it so many times. I call it the cleanup left hook after you throw a right hand.
Guys, they traded left hooks, and Gatti's was bigger. It's as simple as that.
But he lands it often in his big fights. Now, what he should do this round is to come out and make it a slugfest and pick up right where he left off.
Put the pressure on. That's what Emmanuel Stewart says to to Arturo Gatti, as Gianluca Branco's legs wobble as he comes out of the ring for the 11th.
Because Branco, I don't think is that big a puncher anyway. I think he's an accurate puncher, but not a really tremendous hard puncher.
Hold. Stop it, both of you. Come on. Let's keep it clean. Keep it clean. Let's keep it clean. All right, let's go. All right.
There is a guttural roar from this crowd wanting to see Gatti close the show.
They love this man. One thing Arturo Gatti's never done in his career is to knock a man out after the 10th round.
I think he's making a mistake by boxing right now. He needs to move in and throw his right hand, even if he doesn't land with power, and come back with that same cleanup left hook again. If it landed once, it'll land again.
I like that phrase, Emmanuel, clean up left hook.
You don't see it. So after the guy throws a right hand, the way his body is, you never see the hook that comes behind the right hand.
Right, because they're not on balance.
That's correct.
Gatti finally stepped in and fired the right hand hard, landing a 1-2. Gianluca Branco's left eye is starting to close from Gatti's right hands.
Branco's showing us some of his own courage. He's a good athlete. He came in condition, took some heavy body blows earlier in the fight, and he's still here trying.
Trying to open that cut on the left side of Gatti's face. Hasn't been able to do it so far. Good left hook by Arturo Gatti. Moves back away. Takes a right hand from Branco. Arm punch.
In fact, Branco may be winning this round.
Branco may be winning this round.
Big right hand by Branco. 2 in a row. Gatti stunned. Best flurry of the fight by Gianluca Branco. Lands another right hand. Gatti's going to stand in and fight with him for the last 10 seconds of the round. Blood in the mouth now of Arturo Gatti.
He should have jumped on Branco as soon as the bell rung in the beginning of this round. And as a
Branco
result,
lands another left hook to punctuate the round. And Arturo Gatti's face is mercilessly swollen as he comes to his corner between 11 and 12. Doctor's going to look at Gatti.
What round do we got here? This is it. Okay, listen, Arturo, this is it, baby. This is 3 minutes and you're on top of the world again. But you got to box.
You're doing very good. Force. Go ahead, go ahead. You're going to knock him down. Keep it up. You're going to knock him down. Go ahead. Go ahead. Breathe. Breathe. You're doing good. You're doing very good.
Last round.
Arturo.
Last round, Arturo. You'll be world
All the hard
champion.
work
Come
that you've
on.
done the last 2 years is going to show in this
When he lost all his strength. He lost all his strength.
Branco did not come here like some piece of Italian pastry ready to be eaten up. He came to fight. All credit to him.
He landed 10 of 21 power shots in the 11th round, including those 2 big right hands. Gatti's left eye swollen almost all the way shut now as they begin the 12th. Remember, Gatti scored the knockdown in the 10th round,
which gives him a 2-point round. And he's better be glad that Branco is not a big puncher because he's really been getting hit with a lot of right hands tonight. But unfortunately, Branco's not really a power puncher.
Well, for instance, if Costa Zoo on his game hit Gatti with that many right hands, Arturo wouldn't be standing up.
No, I don't think so. But you can't never tell about Arturo. You know, he may go down and still get up and knock someone out.
Little bleeding under the right eye of Gianluca Branco. Reaching with the left hook. Gatti looks over at our table as if to say, I'm in a fight here. And lands another big left hook. Stunning Branco with a shot right to the chin. You heard Buddy McGirt telling Arturo to box.
It's funny, he can't get a good boxing rhythm with this guy. When he starts boxing, he still gets hit with those right hands.
Well, never during the fight did Buddy McGirt agree with Emmanuel Stewart's observation that Gatti might be more comfortable brawling with the guy.
Even when Gatti is boxing his jabs, he very seldom lands really clean jabs. For the most part, this guy, Branco, usually parries the jabs, and they very seldom land cleanly.
To go in the fight. Gatti's searching for another knockdown to try to seal the deal.
He's amazing. I thought his right hand was broke and then still may be damaged, but he's still throwing the right hand again.
A courageous fighter. As incidentally as Gianluca Branco.
Step back, step back.
Arturo Gatti trying to acquire a title belt for the first time in 6 years since he lost a 130-pound crown to Angel Manfredi in January of '98 here in Atlantic City. Gatti boxed most of the way and he lands another big left hook through blinding
eye. This is the way he should have fought the entire fight, the last 3 rounds.
They fought. And Mickey Ward enjoyed watching from ringside rather than being a part of it.
A good, hard-fought fight. Big crowd. Excited even with a fight that was an intense boxing match.
And some suspense as the final scores are totaled up. Harold, what does your scorecard say?
Okay, Jim. You know, we got judges here from 3 different continents, but I like the American style. 117, 110, 9 rounds to 3, Arturo Thunder Gatti. Jim, I got to tell you, I just thought that a jab, moved his head. He was elusive, had much more snap to his left jab, landed the much harder hooks, and when he did throw the right hand, he landed the much harder right hands. Gianluca Branco, to me, is a guy that stood straight up, didn't have a lot of snap to his left jab, had a nice right hand, which I thought won him at rounds 7 and 9. But all in all, I thought it was an easy Gatti victory.
I thought it was a closer fight than that, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was a majority or split decision.
Would either of you be surprised if the Italian judge has the fight scored for Gianluca Branco?
You just heard what I said about that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And his name is Guido Cavalieri, 51 years old, from Italy. Notable fight, Carlos Gonzalez against Giovanni Parisi. For those of you who noted that fight, he had Gonzalez ahead. Anik Hong Tong Cam, Mosley De La Hoya, like both other judges, scored for Mosley 115-113. And Tommy Kazmarek, American veteran, had Forrest beating Mosley in the first Forrest-Mosley fight. So did 2 other judges as well. Neither fighter's going to look too good in the morning. Both faces took a lot of punishment during the night. Mostly it was a boxing match. Elements of a brawl surfaced in the last few rounds.
Yeah, it had the makings of a good slugfest at certain points, but it turned out to be a good fight all the way around still. And you got a little bit of everything. But I was very impressed with this Branco, new guy who I've never heard of. I didn't expect would go over 5 or 6 rounds. And he surprised me going down the stretch. May have won 2 of the last 3 rounds.
He looked like something we've seen before, an underpowered European who stood too straight up, but as he demonstrated all night long, he knows how to fight. He has the right instincts. Here was the one knockdown in the fight as they traded left hooks in the 10th round. Gatti's left hook was bigger, deposited Branco on the seat of his pants. If it's a close fight on the scorecards, that could conceivably turn out to be the difference. There's Branco's father hugging his son. As I mentioned, Branco Sr. was himself a fighter before losing his right arm in a motorcycle accident.
He should be very proud of his son.
Michael Buffer has the official particulars on the score.
Ladies and gentlemen, courtesy of Caesars Atlantic City and Bally's Atlantic City, we go to the scorecards. Tommy Kazmarek, 116-111. Guido Cavalieri, 115-112. Anik Hong Tong Cam, 116-111, all for the winner. And now the WBC Super Lightweight Champion of the World from Jersey City, New Jersey. Now a 2-time world champion, Arturo Thunder Gatti.
Well, to use a Greek word where I would prefer to know an Italian one, kudos to the Italian judge for not allowing his nationality to interfere with his view of the competition in the fight. Unanimous decision win for Gatti, and Arturo holds a title for the first time in 6 years. Whether it becomes a stepping stone to bigger fights and a chance to become a real superstar in the sport competitively remains to be seen. He's already, from an entertainment value standpoint, the superstar of the sport. Final copy box numbers: Gatti 230 out of 838. Branco landing 62 punches fewer. throwing 192 fewer punches. Both of them landing at about the same connect percentage. Gatti's percentage improved down the stretch of the fight as he began to throw punches more freely. Jabs. Arturo Gatti in 12 rounds threw 550 jabs. That, ladies and gentlemen, is not brawling. That's boxing. Branco, 86 out of 391. Let's go to Larry Merchant with the winner, Thunder Gatti.
Thank you very much, Jim. Congratulations, Arturo. You have the belt you wanted, but you don't seem completely elated about it. Did the fight not go the way you had hoped it would?
Not at all. Things were not coming out right tonight. I felt a little sluggish. I don't know why. I was in great shape for this fight. I won with my heart, and I used my boxing skill to conquer Gianluca, but it's just my hand again. In the 5th round, I hurt my hand, and that's when I started getting comfortable, and everybody said, start using your speed. I didn't want to complain or say it again in the corners. I broke my hand again, so I just tried to do that as best I can.
From your long experience with broken hands, you think you broke it again?
Yes, I broke my hand again, definitely.
All right, we will show something from that round that showed where you hit him on the hip, almost identical to what happened against Mickey Ward.
It's my favorite body shot. I love that shot, and I know it's too bad that the hip is right there. I know I'm going to keep hitting that, throwing that punch, and I'm going to keep hitting my hand like that.
Was he a better fighter than you anticipated?
Definitely. Well, I knew he was a guy I never saw him fight. And European fighters are good fighters, have a lot of heart, tough, and he studied me well. He came in tonight to win this title. He tried to beat me. He did very good, but I was smart enough to outpunch him and outbeat him by points.
Do you feel you outboxed him enough that perhaps you didn't have to do more slugging, or did you really feel that maybe I've got to go after this guy a little bit more?
No, I think with my boxing it was plenty enough, but I hurt him with the left hook that I even tried throwing it because I threw it the right way with speed. And I couldn't finish with my right hand. I couldn't throw combinations like the way I wanted to, like I usually do. But that's no excuse, and I came through tonight. I got to thank God, and I'm the world champ.
Do you think in any way that your performance tonight is an aftermath of 3 hellacious fights with Mickey Ward, no matter how well conditioned you are?
Well, Larry, I'm not sure. I don't know about that. I know I had 30 rounds with Mickey Ward. Took a lot out of me, I'm sure. But came back tonight. I won the title. I listened to my trainer. But, it's just a smart trainer, and he helps me to go through the rounds, and I got to thank God for that.
When you finally knocked him down with that left hook, did you feel that seals the deal?
I think I was winning. I was winning the fight in my heart. I know I was winning the fight, but I just couldn't let him catch up to me. And that's what we made sure that Buddy told me that in the corner.
All right, now we're hearing that your next opponent could be the unbeaten Leon Duran, the former lightweight champion, another Montrealer, perhaps up in Montreal. Is that this summer? Is that what you're looking forward to?
Well, if that's what my promoters want, and my manager decide that's my next opponent, I would love to, and especially in Montreal. I'm from there, and they deserve a title defense from me.
Thank you very much, Arturo. Again, congratulations.
Thank you,
Jim.
All right, and you heard Larry Merchant mention the possibility of a fight against the Romanian-born Canadian Leonard Doreen. Last time we saw Doreen here on HBO, he made boxer Paul Spadafora brawl with him. I guess you assumed that a fight between Doreen and Gatti would turn out to be a brawl.
It couldn't be anything else but that. It would be very exciting. It would probably go through the roof in Montreal. I know I would be there to see it, if not working as a broadcaster, as a fan.
Larry introduced another interesting topic. Arturo wants to elevate. He wants to go to a higher level in the sport. He wants to gather competitive stardom to go with the aura of drama that he carries. Is it possible that the Ward fights took too much out of him for that?
Well, I've been thinking that for about the last 5 years when it comes down to Arturo Gatti. But I didn't see that tonight. I thought he looked good. He had good spirit. He hurt his hand. But he just had a very difficult opponent to fight. I think that was the difference. The guy fought a very technical, solid fight. Laid back, very conservative, and then would throw right hands when you least expect it. I think the opponent was a big difference.
All right. Thank you very much, Emmanuel. Larry Merchant, Arturo Gatti once again provides thrills, gets a win that he very much wanted. What about the rest of his image coming out of this fight?
Well, you can't have, a knockdown, drag him out, slug him out fight every time. We love to see Arturo Gatti. The crowd loves to see Arturo Gatti. Anytime he fights, it's an event, and that's great. But I'd like to touch just for a moment on one other thing. You know, we need a dozen Arturo Gattis out there. But I think as we go into this new year, what boxing needs and what fans want the most is a recognized heavyweight champion. And right now, Lennox Lewis can't decide whether he wants to fight or retire. There is some kind of deadline coming up when he's going to have to decide. But the best thing that can happen for boxing is for Lennox Lewis to tell us he is going to fight Vitaly Klitschko, or he is going to lay on the beach in Jamaica. You can't do both, and boxing needs a decision.
I got an idea. Let's ask Lennox's trainer, Emmanuel Stewart, if he knows what his fighter's plan is going to be. What do you expect Lennox to do?
Well, to be honest with you, no. I don't think that even Lennox knows, but he will know and make a decision by the end of next week, I think. But in Lennox's defense, I would like to say this. Lennox has still been a good champion. He's been boxing for 26 years. He's fought everybody of his era, Holyfield, Mike Tyson, knocked out Vinnie Bowe in the Olympics. Has did everything that's been asked of him. And actually, he's now drifting into another era, as he said. Klitschko was in the amateurs in '86. So if he decides he wants to quit, I would respect it and go along with it. And if he decides to fight again, I'm quite sure to be with Vitaly Klitschko. He said that's the only fighter that he really wants to fight, and maybe clean up the situation here. But regardless of what he wants to do, I think he deserves to make his decision himself, and he should make it soon.
If he decides to quit and go lie on the beach in Jamaica, do you expect boxing media to rip him for it, or to honor him as a guy who's been a terrific heavyweight champion?
I think they would honor him for that, because he has been a good champion and one of the busiest champions he's had in modern times.
All right, thank you very much, Emmanuel. And meanwhile, earlier this evening,